Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, let's talk about the Fenn case. I'm going to be honest, Fenn was just annoying me throughout this entire time. I get the level of compassion that he has for her, but he was pretty much ready to tell his lawyer to not even bother to go with the fraud case, rather she knew or not, because he didn't want anything like bad on a financial level to sit there and happen to them. So he rather him lose his career, him and his daughter be screwed because he has to sit there and save this woman that he's never met, because this guy never bothered to sit there and do a follow-up, but he feels so responsible that he's ready to practically sit there and throw himself under the guillotine. And I'm just like, one, that's just stupid. Two, it's not just you anymore. You have a daughter, but you're putting their family ahead of your own. It was just so annoying to sit there and watch. Point blank is Tracy was able to sit there and pay this woman off, so he dropped the case. And then this woman wanted to talk to Fenn, and for some odd reason, he decided to sit there and hear her out, which I don't really understand why. This woman was ready to sit there and literally ruin your life, ruin your career. I mean, yeah, it's nice that she said, I apologize and everything like that, but you can kind of miss me with that, though. Like, my line, my future, my career, everything that I sat there and built, you was ready to sit there and take away. Now, it doesn't mean I have to sit there and be an absolute dick, but I don't have to talk to you either. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah, so much compassion in his heart. Blah, 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 blah. I wasn't here for it. And, even afterwards, when Liz was sitting there talking, Ben was like, listen, I feel kind of bad because she was really counting on that lawsuit to really sit there and take care of her family. And I'm like, okay, but that lawsuit would have came at your expense. Like, what? And again, even if I was willing to sit there and buy into this whole self-sacrifice, you got a daughter. Like, this is just out of pocket. Gregory knew that Tracy, took care of the lawsuit, and he thanked her. So we get to sit there and see Mr. Brennan, and Anna and Jordan wants information. But Brennan's like, listen, I give you the information if you give me your freedom. And Anna's like, how about this? We'll give you one better. We'll make sure that you're able to sit there and continue breathing. Basically, Smith is saying that if you don't cooperate, Sonny's going to sit there and take that as a no-no sign. He's going to go after you. And again, I just want to sit there and just highlight how it's always so funny and convenient. Whenever they need something for Sonny, they want to sit there and try to use his name. Not that long ago, she was all like, oh, I'm going to sit there and take you down next. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what Anna at one point said to Sonny. That's what Jordan said to Sonny. When they need something, they're so quick to sit there and use Sonny's name, sit there and get what they need. Bunch of goddamn hypocrites, I'll tell you. Anyway, it scares them enough, for some odd reason, to cooperate and give them the information on the rifle. So yeah. Meanwhile, you got Spencer and Trina just doing the whole Springer thing, so if you're interested, that's cool. But then you got Esme, she's on that boat. So they go into the boat, which is pretty much the Haunted Star and pretty much every other boat. Do one last little final hurrah or whatever. So they have the loving in the afternoon and everything like that. And of course, Esme is like right there. So at some point, Esme gets caught by the captain or somebody, and this dude decides to try to manhandle her. And he didn't realize he was sitting there dealing with Esme Prince. So Esme Prince got the better of him, knocks him out, Dude's kind of bleeding on the floor. And she actually did sit there and try to check on him to make sure he was okay. And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I just felt like the ultimate Esme would be like, that sucks for you. Anyway, dude was breathing. So now after the whole loving in the afternoon or loving at night at this point, Spencer decides to go get a snack. And then Esme comes in the room to come after Trina. Now, if you see the previews, you know that she did something with Trina to get Spencer to cooperate. It made more sense because I was just like, why don't you sit there and take him out first? It makes more sense to go after Trina to get Spencer to cooperate with whatever he needs to sit there and do to get her son back. Meanwhile, you got not Jordan, you got Portia, Curtis, and Marshall worried. And Laura's able to sit there and get a jet. Curtis decides to go. And I'm just kind of like, I get the emotional support part. So it was like, all right, I guess that's a reason for you to be there. But other than that, I mean, like, not to sit there and underestimate somebody in a wheelchair, but I'm kind of just like, what is it that you plan on doing when you get there? Because Marshall was like, I'm just so worried. I'm worried for her. What you gonna sit there and do to her? I was like, what is he actually gonna do to her? Now Portia's gonna sit there and be there too. So you got some backup or whatever. But yeah, it should be interesting. See how everything unfolds. Now, Sonny and Ava had to sit there and have a awkward conversation to Avery about Nina not being there. So he explains to her, listen, we're adults. We're going to be apart for a little bit. And, that's just how it's going to be for a while. So he thanked Ava for sitting there helping explain, just kind of making the conversation a little more easier. But Ava's like, all right, so what's going on with you and her? You know what I mean? You didn't sit there and, she pretty much was like, you didn't sit there and say that she was going to be out your life forever. So what is it that exactly going to do? Now, something else that Ava said that was actually pretty interesting. Ava was like, going to Puerto Rico, being out in the open, she felt more exposed than she was in the penthouse. And I'm kind of just like, well, when you really think about it, why did you leave the penthouse? I mean, the penthouse is more like a fortress than anybody could sit there and come in from any direction unless he has pretty much a foot soldiers or whatever. It's like, and of course, somebody took out one of the guards. So Dex found one of the guards on the ground, and then the shooting starts. And I'm kind of just like, that penthouse ain't really looking so bad, is it? I mean, I know they had to change location for reasons, but like, oh, we're gonna send you to the island, but you're outside and exposed, and you don't seem like you have a lot of men, because I doubt GH is Smith they're paying a lot of extras, so this actually seems like a worse plan than staying in Port Charles. I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. Tomorrow does seem like it's going to be a good episode, so that's cool. Um, Everything seems like it's going to come to a head, which is really odd because usually, like, the really good episodes used to be on Fridays. And I remember at one point when I started watching it, when in the beginning when I started watching it, it's like all the cliffhangers and good stuff wound up happening on Wednesday, which is really odd. But I don't know. Tomorrow seems like it's going to be a really good episode, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else. If I missed anything, you know what to do. Come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. And with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.